So my name is Brian Pruitt. I'm the Whitley County agriculture teacher here.
My name is Gavin Moore.
My name is Ron Long.
My name is Caleb Kennedy.
So this greenhouse here was built in 2002. There was a previous greenhouse that set kind of over in the same place there, but we built a whole new ag facility, and this greenhouse was built, like I said, in 2002. But we've had a horticulture program here ever since the high school was built here in 1962. I always try to be innovative and cutting edge what's going on next in agriculture, and that's what brought us to the hydroponic setup that we're going to be talking about today and showing you today.
So this is our hydroponic system. We have Big Dina growing down here, the bigger tomatoes, and these are Sweet Million. So it does not use any dirt. It is all water, which then the tomatoes are in these rock wool slabs, and the water, and I think it's like 5 minutes every hour or 2 hours. It pumps water in here and it holds the water in these slabs, and the plants use it as they need it. We've got them growing vertically here on these lines.
So we're taking and trimming all little suckers off there. Instead of that tomato growing out, we want it to grow up. Then when it reaches our top of our trellis system, we're going to lower that plant down and lean it over. So basically these 2 rows of tomatoes that you see will form a circle. And within a year's time, these plants can easily be 40 feet tall or taller, but that plant will just lay down and keep growing up. Because once this bottom truss of tomatoes are done, that part of the plant is basically done for us, and we'll lay it down to the ground and continue working on the top of the plant.
This is our first time growing these, so this is kind of like a trial run. Obviously, the ones that do good, we're planning on selling them to the community, which are our restaurants that we've already been selling our lettuce to. So over here we're harvesting our hydroponic lettuce, which is going to one of our restaurants. So basically how it works is the lettuce is grown in these gutters over here. So it all comes from a holding tank, which runs through a filtration system, and then a system that adjusts nutrients and pH as it needs it. And it runs through all these 25 gutters, which hold 12 plants each. The water flows through, they don't use any dirt, and it just recirculates.
So when we start out, we put the seeds in this rock wool, and then then it comes in the nursery for 3 weeks, and then after that, we'll take it and then stick them in here, and they stay in here for about 4 to 5 weeks. So it's about a 7, 8 week process.
This is our hydroponic system for the lettuce. This back here is a computer system for the tomatoes down there as well. Both of these kind of work based off the same way. These 2 are the fertilizer tanks, and it's got an automatic pump. And here's our fertilizer level, and whenever it gets high or low, it'll adjust basically that. And then back here's our acid tank. When our pH gets too low, it'll drop too low or high, it'll draw out of there.
So the technology is all based off of sensors. So these sensors in here are sensing the water every time it comes around, and then whatever is needed for the plants, this controller sends signals and pumps the water it needs. Back here, this is all on timers, the same thing, controllers. And this is just the brains behind the whole operation, telling what container needs to be drawn out of to adjust those nutrients based on those plant needs. You know, this is hydroponics, all water-based, so we got to provide those 16 to 18 nutrients depending on what you read that these plants need in order to grow. So we're constantly adjusting that based on the plant's needs.
So what they're doing is they're taking them directly out of these holes that the lettuce grows in. Once they get them out, they take off the excess roots. They leave some just to help keep it fresh until it gets there. And put it into the container, and once it gets to the restaurant, they wash it.
So we also do plant sales, and we have for, as long as I can remember the greenhouse being here, as long as I've heard of anyway. So we grow a variety of flowers and vegetables, and we are open to the public just like a normal business during our school hours. So the students are here to not only grow the plants, make it the full cycle days, sell it to the public, and those kind of things. So we are a self-sustaining business, meaning that that's our first goal, is to be able to have enough proceeds to start next year. And then we also fund our horticulture program and our FFA chapter through the sales of the products. It allows these kids to go on trips and do different competitions and community service activities. And a lot of that's funded through our greenhouse plant sales. So we grow a variety of different flowers. Mother's Day is one of our big sales times. People buying those for their mothers, and we also have a variety of vegetable plants, people's gardening needs that we sell, whether it's tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers, whatever it may be.